The situation here, just the few numbers that we have from our communities, is that we have about 20 people who I know are in hospital, and about 10 persons have left us and died from the virus, mostly in Milan. So of course it's tiny numbers compared to the 10,000, more than 10,000 that have died, and more than 100,000 in Italy that have taken the virus. But when you know them personally in our communities, some of them are people who have contributed to the community institutions. Of course, it's much, much harder. So just a few words on the approach and what we are trying to do. As we cannot be on the front line inside the hospital, our main efforts are of course, in the second line and support to the communities and the families. And people need to have a feeling that they belong to a community and not only be in their house with the family and or in contact with their friends. So what we did is a special team. We have a plan of 12 hours a day of all kinds of activities on our socials, a very, very differentiated range of activities. And so this is really the main effort currently. Cultural, religious, Pesach activities, Hebrew lessons, whatever. But the nice thing is that people do it together and they feel that they are part of a national community. Until now, we had activities only within each community, and now people see that participants are from all over Italy, and this is very special and gives a sense of support. Then we organized a special psychological support, medical support company, just for people to chat among themselves because they feel that they need it, and of course, social assistance. Now, on the fundraising, of course, we have tried to contact everybody that we know, but we need to be very careful because on one hand, we need support for our members, and many people are in hardship and they need the financial support for this part of the emergency. We will see what will happen afterwards for loss of jobs and unemployment and so on, but I'm speaking only about the emergency. So on one hand, we need to find money for our members. On the other, we don't want the collectivity of Italy to read the message that the Jewish people take money only for themselves, because we are living through it with everybody else. And we are part of we are community, but we are part of the country, of the broader community. So we want to give the message that we do the effort of solidarity, of support, of sustain with everybody else, and also to the external society, and not only in favor of the Jewish people. We don't want a message going through the Jewish people can think about themselves. So we need to manage this two-front line of messages for collecting the money to support. So that's the challenge. Last thing is with the authorities in Italy, as it's Pesach and we have challenges and religious situations that you all know, and I think it was all over the limitations of burial, of mikveh, of whatever regards the religious practices, as the restrictions in Italy are really very, very, very strong. We need to have contacts with the Ministry of Interior, with the minister and the head of the police, to allow people to have a special a way to go for buying food for Pesach, for example, because otherwise you're allowed only to go for the supermarket under your house. So we need to manage how people can go to buy food, which is allowed, but in a place which is not under their house. In Rome, it's a big city, of course, it's possible, but it's a huge city and you have to go far and they stop you. The police stops everybody on the street. And if it's a tiny community, they need to go from one city to another, which now is forbidden. So we had to manage all these kind of authorization with our police forces and so on. That's the main effort. So I stop here.